Among resource classes, Bitcoin has one of the more unpredictable exchanging accounts. The digital currency's most memorable huge cost increment happened in 2010, when the worth of one Bitcoin rose from a small portion of a penny to 9 cents. The digital currency has had a few revitalizes and crashes since opening up. This video gives data on the instability of Bitcoin and a portion of the justifications for why its cost moves the manner in which it does. Bitcoin had a cost of 0 when it was presented in 2009. On July 17, 2010, its value leapt to 9 cents. Bitcoin's cost rose again on April 13, 2011, from $1 to a pinnacle of $29.60 by June 7, 2011, an increase of 2,960% in 3 months or less. A sharp downturn in digital money markets followed, and Bitcoin's cost reached as far down as possible at $2.05 by mid-November. The next year, its cost rose from $4.85 on May 9 to $13.50 by August. The year 2012 ended up being for the most part ordinary year for Bitcoin, yet 2013 saw solid increases in cost. Bitcoin started the year exchanging at $13.28 and came to $230 on April 8. A similarly fast deceleration in its cost followed, bringing it down to $68.50 half a month after the fact on July 4. Toward the beginning of October of 2013, Bitcoin was exchanging at $123. By December, it had spiked to $1,237.55 and afterward tumbled to $687.02 3 days after the fact. Bitcoin's cost drooped through 2014 and contacted $315.21 toward the beginning of 2015. Costs gradually moved through 2016 to more than $900 before the year's over. In 2017, Bitcoin's cost floated around $1,000 until it broke $2,000 in mid-May and afterward soared to $19,345.49 on December 15. Standard financial backers, state-run administrations, business analysts, and researchers paid heed, and different substances started creating cryptographic forms of money to rival Bitcoin. Bitcoin's cost moved sideways in 2018 and 2019, with little explosions of action. For instance, there was a resurgence in cost and exchanging volume June 2019, with the cost outperforming $10,000. Nonetheless, it tumbled to $6,635.84 by mid-December. In 2020, the economy shut down because of the coronavirus pandemic. Bitcoin's cost burst right into it by and by. The cryptographic money began the year at $6,965.72. The pandemic closure and resulting government strategies took care of financial backers' apprehensions about the worldwide economy and sped up Bitcoin's ascent. At the nearby on November 23, Bitcoin was exchanging for $19,157.16. Bitcoin's cost came to just shy of $29,000 in December 2020, expanding 416% from the outset of that year. Bitcoin took under a month in 2021 to crush its 2020 cost record, outperforming $40,000 by January 7, 2021. By mid-April, Bitcoin costs arrived at new all-time highs of more than $60,000 as Coinbase, a cryptographic money trade, opened up to the world. Institutional interest impelled its cost further vertical, and Bitcoin arrived at a pinnacle of $63,558 on April 12, 2021. By the mid-year of 2021, costs were somewhere near half, hitting $29,796 on July 19. September saw one more bull run, with costs scratching $52,693. However, an enormous drawdown took it to an end cost of $40,710 around 14 days after the fact. On November 10, 2021, Bitcoin again arrived at an unequaled high of $68,789 prior to shutting at $64,995. In mid-December 2021, Bitcoin tumbled to $46,164. The cost began fluctuating more as vulnerability about expansion and the rise of another variation of coronavirus, Omicron, kept on frightening financial backers. Among January and May 2022, Bitcoin's value proceeded to step-by-step decline, with shutting costs just coming to $47,445 toward the finish of spring prior to falling further to $28,305 on May 11. This was the initial time since July 2021 that Bitcoin shut under $30,000. On June 13, crypto costs plunged. Bitcoin dipped under $23,000 interestingly since December 2020. Since the crypto winter started in November 2021, Bitcoin dipped under $20,000 toward the finish of 2022.